Carlton,
Yes, sir.
what's up, bro?
Doing good, bro. How you stay?
All right, you know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's such a great occasion, bro, to have the great, extraordinaire, one of Jamaica's best bass players. All right, we have two persons on the live already. We have Jonathan Foga and Delroy Pitchy White.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. You're able to see the chat from your side, right?
No.
Oh no. All right, don't worry.
Wait. I can't see it. Well, can't see it. No.
Yeah, man, you should
Yeah.
be here. All right, we have just about 2 minutes, so you can continue playing. Nicholas, Jonathan, Delroy, big up yourself. Daniel Rowe.
Good things to make it me laptop. Um.
Mm. All right, it's showtime. Let me welcome all the persons who are joining us on the Music Hacks Network. My name is Chris Bailey, and I am your host. Today is the first of an interesting journey. All right. I'm really happy about this occasion where Jamaican musicians can have a platform to share their knowledge and their views, point of views about music in general. All right. We have two platforms. We have one that will be live streaming with only the musicians, and then we have another which is Zoom, where the musicians will be doing presentations and live Q&A with an audience. All right. This afternoon we have the general himself, Mr. Carlton Jarrett. All right. Let me welcome all the persons who are in the chat already, and we are still waiting on some more persons. We want this place to be packed out. On Zoom, we can hold, I think, about 100 persons, and some persons still don't get through, Carlton.
Yeah.
But I think YouTube can hold all your fans. All right, and I hope they will be here today. Nicholas is saying we have all night. Take your time.
Which which Nicholas is though?
Siko.
Yeah, man. Tell Sika big up
Yeah,
Sika.
man. You sure you can't see them from your side, Carlton?
I can't see them at
Can't
all.
see them.
No, I'm not sure why. Not sure why,
All
but
right. All right. We'll work on that as time goes by. So the persons in the chat, you can text in your questions, and then I will certainly pass them on to Carlton, and I know he will try his best to answer all the questions. I don't know how many we can answer within an hour. All right. So,
yeah,
Carlton,
yeah, bro.
what would you normally be doing on a Sunday afternoon like this?
Well, bro, and right now, on a regular basis, I would be relaxing, and trying to figure out how to start my week out right now. You know,
Mm,
yeah, man. What I would
definitely.
what I would want to accomplish for the week, and attaching different assignments to each day of the week that I would want to accomplish. And really and truly, nothing is set in stone. So I would just write it down, make a note of it, and then still set it for a particular day. But if I realize that I would finish a task early enough, then I would just start something else.
Mm. All right. I know that the corona has put a lot of things on hold for the time being. But how busy are you in a time like this?
Well, I would say that I've been doing multiple stuff, like trying to further my knowledge in music. Also, I'll be I would do a little teaching, you know, try my best to you know focus more on my relationship with God for sure. Um, yeah, try to spend more time with family, you know, stuff like that. Try to, because most so before no, well, the amount of cussing me get, bro. Say, oh, you can't come look for me, you can't shout me and all them thing there. But my mind is so occupied with getting my life started. Okay, you know how it stay for us as musicians. Um, most persons in society don't really expect much, which is a fact. So it is really a
Mm,
responsibility to ensure that you get yourself properly sorted out, you know, because at the end of the day, we really don't have anyone to blame, so we have to just do our best to try and set up things for ourselves the best way possible, you know.
definitely. All right. I'm going to ask the persons in the chat to start to put your questions together and put them in the chat so I can ask Carlton those questions as well. Well, Carlton, if you should describe yourself, all right, to us today, I'm going to ask you to use a few words just to tell us who is Carlton Jarrett, because I know a lot of persons will only get to see you on a stage, right? And they formulate their own judgment of who you are. But today I wanted to tell us who exactly is Carlton Jarrett.
Well, first thing I would say is Carlton is a person who's definitely hungry for growth. You know, Carlton is a person who loves to help others. Carlton is a person who enjoys playing music. Carlton is a person who enjoys music production. Carlton is a person where I love quiet time. Definitely enjoy quiet time. Carlton is a person who loves to love him food for true. Him
Wait.
love him rest. Him love him rest for true. Him love him food and him rest for true. Even though a lot of times I've denied myself such things. But yeah man. Yo,
I remember that from Edna Mali days, oh,
yeah, and then if we joke that, bro. Yeah, man, trust me. If we joke that for real from Edna time.
I don't know if Siko remembers that. Siko, I know you're in the chat. You remember that Carlton is a guy who,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
man. 'Cause you can't go
Right.
and like you know love your belly, you know. If you don't love your belly, you get dead, you know. Like yeah, man. So just call a spade, you know, man. If you know you love your belly, just say, oh yeah, you love your food and thing. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I'm a person that also I love to stretch myself. It's not I don't well, sometimes we say it like it's an easy thing. Not even to say that to do, but to deal with. But stretching yourself comes with a lot of complications. So, you know, I was saying to a virgin of mine today that you have so many quotes on social media about growth and this and that, but you know, growth is a good thing, but that's really the end part of growth because you would have accomplished whatever it is you are willing to go through the stress of what you're trying to accomplish. You know, growth is also a really painful experience. It's like, you know, because you have yourself locked on to old bad habits and all of the thing them with that's inside a comfort zone. So really and truly when it's time to really push away from that or pull away from that, it's like a warfare in every aspect. Physical, mental, spiritual, everything. Cause you try to break away from a particular habit. So even though I do enjoy stretching myself, like I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing. It's something that can take a toll on you for months, years. You know, what I mean, depending on how high your goal is, high above your norm, it can take some time. So yeah, basically those are the stuff.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Cool. All right. Before we actually get into your musical journey, um, I would like you to tell us what are some of the values your parents really used to upbring you, you know, while you were a child.
Wow. Um. So one of those value is, I always say regular, regular, regular. So one is if a task is once begun, never leave it till it's done. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. Something is a memory gem that really I honestly wasn't looking for it, but it always come back to me, and it's really because I don't know, but my mom she have a way how to pin some things at the wrong time, which is perfectly the right time for it to stick in the brain. you know, when she said, eh, like I said, when me younger, you must wash the dishes, and then let's say you wash the dishes and you forget to wipe off the counter after you wash the dishes, you know,
Yeah.
and, you can't, but you just want to go watch TV or want to go to go play some ball, and she would say, bring up that same memory gem there, do it well or not at all, and you really don't want to hear that kid just want to come out of the kitchen. But over time, it really stick. So um, in today's time, I find myself saying it, and so I try my best to put my best foot forward as much as I can, despite how I might be feeling on the inside. I just still do what I can do, and anybody around me will know. Say, trust me, like me get. I've been laughed at so many times because of me being boy, me, me's a perfectionist and whatever. But it's like I would prefer someone to remember me for being that way more than a person who would just do anything them feel like and lift and say, yeah man, I hate that. And really and truly you know that you can do much better. So I would say that's really the one thing that really with my parents, You know what I mean? I think another one is cleansiness next to godliness, stuff like that. So yeah man, but they do it well or not at all. That and also I can do all things through Christ.
Awesome.
Definitely. Yeah man.
All right. So, in your opinion, do you think these core values has sort of shaped your musical career?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. 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 Because I think when you are being told all these things from a tender age and you go out in the wider world, you are exposed to different type of persons, different personalities. Some persons work faster than some quicker than some, and all these things, and all of these stuffs can bring mixed feelings, different emotional feelings and stuff like that. And if you don't know how to handle it, if you don't have anything to really anchor on, sometimes not even consciously, but even subconsciously, it's something that can really just make you stop the way I do, you know. Because it is possible for your mind to be clouded, get clouded along the way, no matter how you feel like, all right, you're up on an upward trend and yeah, man, unstoppable. Believe me, say you will have to pause or stop for a moment because of whatever life might throw at you, whether within your career or outside of your career. And you will need something to ease back on while you are resting. I just saw it go.
All right. All right, Carly B. I am going to ask you to play something now. I know the members of the chat, they are anticipating one of those grooves from Carly B. So I'm going to ask you to take a few minutes and play a groove.
Right. What am I going to play? um, you guys can hear me clearly?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a song that I really like to play most time. You know what I mean? When I'm chilling by myself. You know what I mean? And there are times when I would like to, play around with melodies. Like stuff that would get me to relax and you know, like when I've been having a rough day and just fool around with some stuff musically, you know. Yeah, bro. So yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. Do you have a title for that piece?
um, no, just a free flow, you know, just a free flow. Just I guess soothing vibe. I don't know. Yeah, it's something that that I've played already, and persons like Romy Bridging them and thing like just a chill and thing. Yeah, just a randomly play like some background music,
Mhm.
and I know these are stuff that help can help you sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what is your creative process like? How do you create this sort of stuff?
Well, for me, I would tap into stuff that, first of all, within my comfort zone. Like I like melodies, so I would, you know, fool around some melodies, and from the melodies comes a progression, and then just go with the flow wherever it's going. So and from that I would sometime a different movement will come. Then then just go with the flow, and you know sections would come into play, you know, stuff like that. But I just try to enjoy the moment, and just play what I feel, no matter how simple it is. You know, maybe
All
if
right.
it's coming from like a jazz show or something, then maybe something more technical would come out. But you know, I was sleeping earlier before now, so 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 like we're more relaxed now. So naturally, something like this I will come.
Okay. All right.
You know,
Come
yeah.
on.
So, hey, bro.
Yeah, nice vibe. All right. Shout out to all the persons who are in the chat. All right, we have two questions that are in the chat at this time. So I'm gonna refocus our direction to the chat. We have one question from Bindi Benjamin. I hope I
Big up, Bin.
pronounced that. Huh?
Yeah, man. Big up, Bindi. Big up, Bindi.
Yeah, man. He's asking, who did you listen to when developing your legato technique?
Wow. Pull from so many persons, but really and truly, I've always been a fan of pop music, where synth bass is concerned. So even before I knew or I know about synth bass, that it actually should have been a keyboard. Just hearing stuff being played on the radio or stuff like that, I would try to imitate it. And also, one of the next thing was I'm always trying to. I wasn't always a legato player. When I think about it, I wasn't always this way. You know, I am the type of person that I would try to change. So if most persons, well, one, it's based on the time that I was in and where my mind was at. So at the time, a lot of persons weren't doing a lot of, in my opinion, wasn't doing a lot of legato playing. You know, so the more, so when I start to explore it and you know hearing more and more stuff being played on the radio or on records where synth is concerned, that sound, you know, worse when I came across the Thai tribute album, Thaddeus doing some crazy stuff on bass, man. I said, like, me I wonder if I saw Siri, me I listen to one thing, you know. So when I actually
Yeah,
saw a video with him live and thing, what I mean, some stuff, the technique and thing, and I got more and more into it. But yeah,
right.
and I realized that people of this era more they would respond more to this kind of playing. So yeah, whole heap of reasons behind it, but I would say like those are some of the core reasons behind it. You know, yeah, bro.
All right. I think Binde is happy with that response. He's smiling in the chat.
Yeah, I can't understand why I'm not able to see the chat, but it's alright.
All right. There's one from Nicholas Marks. How do you
Okay.
approach playing jazz, for example, giant steps? And he wants to talk a little bit about souling.
Soloing.
How do you approach jazz?
Jazz. Really well from a bass player's perspective, like you try to understand the chords of the song. You know, I haven't played giant step in a while, but yeah, you try to first you try to take note of the chords of the song, and starting very simple. Try to you can start off with the root notes of each progression. Let me see if I can bring up giant step.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Music Hacks Network. We are speaking with Mr. Carlton Jarrett, bass extraordinaire, bass player for Jermaine Edwards and many other artists.
All right, so you would approach it. So I'm here while I'm using my phone, looking at the chord structure of giant step. You'd approach it, try to understand the chords and the tonality, the quality of the chords. So let me just start with at the first 4 bars. So you realize it's from a B. Well, I hope the person have the. I would hope that they have the song in front of them so they can follow.
Mm,
So starting with it's from a B major seven, D seven, G major seven to B flat seven, E flat major seven, A minor seven to a D seven. So you try to understand, all right, the the chords of the song, the tonality. Is it a major? Is it a minor? Dominant? Stuff like that. You can start with the root note. So I'll just do that for now. So once you understand them well, you have to be fully aware of the melody so that you can follow. So while you're playing the song, da, 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 da. So you can play that over and over until the melody has been fully registered in your head, you know, and then you get accustomed with the cards, get acquainted with the cards. So hold on. So so the first chord, major seven to a D seven to a G major seven to a B flat seven to a E flat major seven. So as you know, when you're creating a chord, chords are built on triads. So triads, the extension like the from the seventh, the ninth, 13th, flat 13th, 11th, and stuff like that. But just keep it simple. So depending on how fast, I would advise you to slow the song down so that you can really hear the changes when you're playing because this song is a very fast song. And if you this is I haven't played this type of song in a very long time, but because of understanding the principles of where learning a song is concerned, it helps. You know what I mean? I can always pull back on it. So uh understanding the chords of each song, then you would, play it over and over, ensure that you fully understand, you know, the triads that I'm going to use is the 1, 3, and the 5. So get a metronome and then you can start it, which is just feel out the triads as you go along. You don't necessarily have to. Well, I wouldn't say you should go with the flow of the song just yet, but just feel out the song where the chords are concerned. You can take an I would call it an arpeggiated approach just to understand, which is the same as so when So soloing is a thing that you have many approaches to it. You can take a melodic approach, you can take a modal approach, you can take, a pentatonic approach. Just find something within your comfort zone. I don't think there's a right or wrong way once you understand the concept of the song itself when you're doing it. So this is me getting acquainted with the cards. I might go a little into the sevens and stuff like that based on the card because the dominant and the major seventh. So without following the exact pace of the song, just again still getting acquainted with the chords of the song. So 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 just the triads alone. So I'm gonna go again. So I think once you spend time with understanding the chords within each movement, that the moment you start playing it at its right tempo because you are so accustomed to the melody and the building blocks of each chord, you can just flow right through it. And because in one bar you have two chords each, except for when you reach the E flat major seven. So continue to work the song, get comfortable with the song, and just go with the flow. You know what I mean? So well, we kind of go further outside of the first four bars still, but persons once you are soloing, persons should be able to hear the changes. So if the bass note is so again. Just loop it. So this is me taking a melodic approach. So even as I was playing the chord just a while ago, once you start taking a melodic approach, you can actually still, if you're listening, you would still be able to hear the changes. So me playing the bass notes. So go. So I'm not sure if I'm bringing it across clear enough, but let me know if you're fully understanding. So I established the chords earlier, and I just try to take a melodic approach. The arpeggiated approach. You can, see him, just follow. So yeah, so Giant Step is a very technical song. I haven't played it in a long while, but you have so many approach you can take to it. Whatever is within your comfort zone, just spend some time on it and see where it takes you. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome, bro.
Hmm.
That song is not an easy
Yeah.
task at all.
Yeah.
But you handled it well, Carlton.
Yeah, man.
Extremely gifted.
Trust me.
All
Like,
right. Someone wants to know if what are some of the other instruments you are able to play, but why did you choose to play the bass? Um,
well,
Kisan Cooper, I hope I pronounced the first name properly. Why did you choose the bass?
well, I didn't choose it actually. Force me praise and force it for me.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, when I think about it, yeah.
But they just went out and buy a bass guitar and said, play it, Carlton, play.
No, 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 in a really and truly, it's like, you know, play the keyboard and stuff like that. But at the time, they didn't have much bass players at my church, So whenever I play it and them still have a sound, and they recommended that I spend more time with it. And if about it, and the more I played it, they encouraged me, and I said, "But I don't really want to play it still." And I said, "No, man, go and play and play." And till naturally, I developed a love for it, and then
Okay,
here we
awesome.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm sure the Jamaican audience, well, internationally too, they are happy that you were able to make your contribution to in the bass realm because I know you are one of the most gifted bass guitar players in this country. Let's take two more questions from the chat. All right, these two questions are close from Ronaldo Burke and singer Blinger David. All right, so what um what music genre do you like most of all? And if you should choose one of these genres, which one it which one would it be and why?
Wow. It I can't say I have a preference. It's just based on my mood. Well, I think if I should choose, I'm I just have a special love for pop music still. Pop and reggae, I would say. Pop and reggae. Gospel, the genre black gospel, well, you know what I mean. It still is there as well, but like when we hear a good pop performance, a good solid reggae performance, carry me on a journey. So it's a fight between pop, reggae, and gospel. You know, yeah, man. That would be it for me. And I think there's a what's the next section of the question? If
Why would you choose any of those genres?
I guess based on the well, I would say based on the different elements that are being used, it gives a certain feeling. you know, like approaches everything in music. So once you know how to use what you have, it's like for me playing bass. So you have a time when you know you're playing full and then you have another side where the song breakdown that it requires a whole different other personality. And then going back to the fullness of the song where so I took two different approaches just now. So it's something that happens in music regular. So you have a certain type, well, certain section of the song that would require you to play full, and then like you have a breakdown, and you know. But for each person playing their instrument, how they approach each section, like once it's properly executed, it would have a certain feeling, and it can paint a certain picture and stuff like that. So it boils down to the approach. So yeah, I hope that came across clearly. So for the gospel, reggae, and pop, you have certain embellishment that the players would use and how they approach each section. You know, those stuff are stuff that would excite me. You know, so yeah,
Mm,
I really appreciate those music for that. Really,
mm,
you have a certain section like in reggae where you have the roads come in and make the song feel a certain way, and then you have another time when the organ start to shuffle a certain way, and you know stuff like that. You know, um, in pop where the different layers, so whatever sound that would come in a certain section with the 808 and stuff like that, and just get a certain feeling, just terrible. Yeah, that's the best way we can explain it. But yeah,
okay.
man.
Yeah, man. All right. Carlton, let's now look into some of the persons who you have worked with in the past, and then we're going to come to those who you are currently working with.
So some of the persons that I've worked with from the past and persons that
Yeah.
I'm work. Okay. Well, um, I've been privileged to work with so many living legends and some who made their transition. Um, like you know, I would go as far back as I had the opportunity to work with Miss Soul, rest in peace. Like John Holt, you know, Jamaican icon. I've had the opportunity to work with um, the London Philharmonic Orchestra. I've had the opportunity to work with Luciano. I've had the opportunity to work with Byron Cage. I've had the opportunity to work with, persons living out. Well, yeah. John Holt is the only person I mentioned who made this transition. Kimberell, you know, very own Jamaicans, Sherita Lewis, worked with, yeah, as you know, Jeremy Edwards, Romain Vega, Christopher Martin. I've worked with Kevin Donswell. I've worked with Mighty Diamonds. I've worked with, Aline. I've worked with Kelissa. I've worked with Chronix before. I've worked with good amount of persons. You know, I mean, I see it as a real privilege still. You know, but I'm just grateful. You know that I got the opportunities. These opportunities are stuff I don't take for granted. You know, so yeah, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro.
All right. Let's take a few more from the chat. All right. Nicholas wants to know, how do you work on your tone?
How do I work on my tone? I work on my tone by spending a lot of time with my bass, practicing. Um, Try to break things down and practice because it helps to shape a sound. You know, yeah, man. It boils down to that working on also hand finger pressure. So how you hold how you hold on the note in the left hand, how you play the note in the right hand, stuff like that. Everything matters. You know, so just spending time with that, it helps to shape your sound because I get cussing about my tone at the past, you know. So it's something that I had to make a big effort to fix it, you know. So
You're saying that somebody actually was not pleased with the type of
yeah.
tone that you had, because I don't remember any time that you have not had a great tone with the Carlton. When was that?
So this was more when I was getting into um my where studio is concerned, recording,
Okay.
you know, because really and truly the studio world is way different from you playing live. Trust me, it's a whole
Mm-hmm.
different world, you know. Yeah, man. Because really, studio is more detailed. So
Mm-hmm.
any little flaw that you might get away with playing live, once you're in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
it requires way more discipline and things. So yeah, man. We got you just like everybody else, man. It's just that when you would have seen, are you seen, I guess the end results after certain things, and
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, man, trust me, it coming like everybody, like most of the, well, all of the top artists in the world, when they see them on stage, what you're seeing is the end product, but see when them got you with them roughness in a rehearsal or practicing at home to get a certain part or hit a certain note, and yeah, man. Yeah, so man, a human thing, them have my flaws and thing, man. What? Depressed and all them things. We got through the whole of it. But the truth, the good thing about it is I love what I do. So
Mm-hmm.
I gonna make the effort. So I'm call it that I'm always in that mode of trying to push myself to grow and develop and stuff like that. So when me get it, me not just vex and say, yo man, the business, yeah, man. Me really me actually love what me do. So
Right.
me I go feel what me feel, but me I go work on it because I love what me do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. So spending time working on these things, it helps to shape my sound. Spending time on a song, listening to records, try to capture back the same tone that you hear on the record. I wouldn't say that I'm
Right.
an expert in it, but I mean something that I do try to find back that thing, that same tone and sound and stuff like that. All of that, it helps. So even if you don't meet that tone requirement that you would hear on a record, it's still shaping a sound a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Actually practicing these things, it can help you to find your own sound,
Okay.
which in my opinion, it does work out better at the end of the day, because you wouldn't want to be labeled as someone who's at stuck as an imitator.
Mm-hmm.
Like have your own sound and thing, you know. It's great when you
Okay.
find you find your own sound. You just need to develop it now until it have that international sound that you'd want it to have, where once them say, me didn't know say you play actually don't take it as an offense.
Right.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna say, yeah, man, me didn't know say you play and yo, it sound good and you know, like me said to a Virgin one day, you know, say when we reach in a place and thing, for me hear the keyboard, me know say you like the man ready for fight me. Man, I said, no, bro, like me no mean it as a this. Me no mean it as a this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me no mean it away. It's just that you have your own sound, your own unique sound, and you know, so it's something good. Like if you're not
Mm-hmm.
pleased with the sound that you have, you've already
Mm-hmm.
hit the nail where finding your sound is concerned. You just need to spend time and develop that sound and interest in that sound, have a sound that is pleasing to the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting conversation here now because I don't know how many persons in the chat or how many persons who are going to watch this video after that really know about your green Yamaha bass. And once we're talking about tone, I have to mention that bass because
Well, I forgot to
man,
I forgot to bring up
huh?
that bit. Like too many persons.
Yeah.
I bring up. So that means I must get rid of this then.
No, man. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that while I was at school and, while we were at school, I mean, it's funny. You talk about relating to that person, saying you knew when that person was playing inside that particular room.
Mm-hmm.
While you were inside any of those rooms at Edna Manley, once I hear that Yama bass, I know that it is Carlton who is playing that bass, because that bass had a particular tone, right? I know you have a similar tone now, but with that green Yama bass, I mean, it's out of this world. I don't know if you agree with me, right? How did you achieve tone and that bass?
Ah, like current Jano, me really like a resurrect that base for true, you know. Like a resurrect that base there. Um, I really well that base. I had that base for a very long time. It's actually my second base. So, you know, so I do have a bond with it. Like for years, I was watching a reggae show that I did with Feluke before he died, and I was using that green bass on the show. I might tell you say when me hear it, and as a matter of fact, I was at Rebel Salute and I lent the bass to a good friend of mine. And when me hear my play, it, I said, channel, like I never know so I saw the bass. I was certain because when you play it, you can hear the tone, but you know, me see him bridging camp on tour with the bass and my next bridging we go on tour and see my play it and hear it and say, yo, I hear the bass. So that I mean, you know,
Oh, God.
and I said, all right, so much for can I thought would be so much time. I'm not really resurrect it. Well, I really plan to resurrect it, but you know, it's the work still at the workshop. I was supposed to get it back this weekend, but I'm not rush the process still. But yeah, multiple persons always talk, talk to me about that bass, and you know, the more me hear people talk about it, can't sell it. Can't sell it. It must be a reason, bro. It must be a reason. Can't sell it.
Yeah,
I'm not
man,
sell it. Come on.
I see Foga and those guys in the chat, man. Yeah, but they actually know it. Foga them know it.
Yeah. See
Uh,
why John I have to go.
and
It's just
Bindi.
that been doing it. Yeah, you know, so one of the thing is because of the spacing on it.
Mm,
The, the spacing it very wide. Spacing between strings and it very wide. While for the Fender it not it's closer. So so it's easy for me to move around. So yeah, bro. So that's one of the reasons why different from the fact that I believe that every bass player if I have a Fender still, you know, yeah.
yeah,
So
man.
it was kind of difficult a certain way, but I really when start playback. The but mainly when it comes to reggae though, because the warmth the
Yeah,
bass, yeah, and even when I play certain R&B music and stuff like that, like it really have a sound for true.
yeah, man.
Have a
Very unique.
yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, Sika, remember it there? Yeah, man.
Yes, yeah, man. Sika could definitely remember it. Yeah,
Real.
yeah.
All right. So Carlton, what are you actually working on now? But in that, while you're answering that question, I want you to tell us some of the songs that are actually playing now that you have worked on, because I don't know many, but I know you're in the studio a lot. So I would like you to tell us some of these songs that you have played on, and then what are you currently working on?
All right, so well, songs that I've worked on that I'm still hearing on the radio, right? Well, it would be the medley that I did with Rhoda Isabella. I've most of the track. Well, in terms of what's been played now, I don't really hear much. I know I heard the gospel medley from Rhoda, but most of the stuff that I've done, like from last year into year before into last year, they haven't been released as yet. But I've done recording with Bujo, Bujo Bantan. You know what I mean? Thanks to some good virgins of mine. I've done recording with Kevin Downs. Well, that hasn't been released as yet. You know, doing some work.
Oh,
So on gone.
yeah, yeah. Continue.
All right. So yeah, I've done work with I don't know, doing some work with Jermaine Edwards. Not release it. I've done some work with Javis, and I've done some work with Javis. You have some top producers, young producers coming up doing well. Did some recording with Kenny Hill. I've done recording with, other musicians working on their album and stuff like that, and the personal material. Sharp man, Kenway Mullins done work with Verlander, done some work with, you know. Yeah.
All right.
So most of the work them that, I've done aren't released as yet. But personally, yeah, I do have some stuff I would want to release this year for my personal, some artists that I've worked with over the years who came together and say, all right, make we do some stuff, some work. It's a very slow process. I would want to release some base material as well, but it's a very tough thing when everybody is working and stuff, and you would need certain assistance because you would value other person's input in terms of whether as a keyboard player or as a drummer. And everybody have things work on, so everybody time kind of rigid a certain way. And honestly, I try not to rush things still, but I still so if I'm getting help in one area and then for whatever reason it would stop, then I just try to go on something else, and until when what I'm doing anyone reach its full potential and can release now and stuff like that, then I would release it. But yeah, I would like to release projects with me producing, me playing, stuff like that this year. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Awesome. All right. For guys saying that you did something with He Lives, John Mark Wigan.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, Foga, big up, respect for that.
Yeah, man. Yes, Binga, that's true. Binga is saying he endorses what you said about when you actually play, you don't really hear your sound, and that is quite true.
Yeah, it's sometimes it puzzling.
Yeah.
Honestly, it puzzling like when persons would come to me and say certain things, and I'm really grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Like me know me I hear still, and it's not a thing that I'm saying that me sound bad, but it come like when you watch a game, a domino, or one of them game there.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's not you around the table, you can see things clear and all them things there. So for someone who is
Mm-hmm.
not active in a performance and they can sit and listen a particular way, more than likely they would hear more when it come on to certain things than you, because you are more
Mm-hmm.
focused rather than listening to your sound and stuff like that. You would do that at the sound check. But once you know say you have a good tone, that good tone, you trust yourself in terms of the sound and everything. You just a play and you trust you execute the song right. You know. So persons say, yo, you play some bass and yo, your sound and all them thing there. I say, well, give thanks. And
Mm-hmm.
but even when I would have a bad day in terms of whatever execution of the song and stuff like that, but person still say, yo, sound good and all them thing, then I got appreciate it of course. But my mind more said, mess up that song they still stuff like that. But you know, but they would be listening from another angle and have a different experience from what
Right.
I might have
So
had.
so how does that affect you when you have one of those terrible moments in performance,
Why
if there's any?
yeah man, what? No, it mashed me up. It mashed me up, but it good when you're really experienced persons and you realize you won't always have a good show. Like you'll have a time when you just nail everything, execution everything just down pat. Yeah. Then you have a next show when you wonder, no, so me feel like a time for me pack up, run out of the
Mm-hmm.
desert for like 40 years or something like Moses and just go work for yourself and come back and you know.
Right.
Yeah. I think we
True.
all go through that phase there.
Definitely.
But it's real and truly it's just a phase, and you won't always have a good show. I think the most important thing is that you just don't stop.
Right.
Yeah.
But how do you lift yourself from that?
Well, the best thing is to put yourself around persons and energies that will help you to come out of it yourself, even if it is hard. Surround yourself with persons who them know say have a bad show still, but them would talk to you or help you to get out of that. Because if you're a person that really value them thing, that it can really take a serious toll upon you. When
Mm-hmm.
you watch persons playing sports and them lose a match and see them a ball and them thing there, you don't want to go near them and laugh.
All right.
You know what I mean? Because they are so it's an emotional thing. Them take it like serious.
Cool.
When they would have missed a penalty or whatever it is. Same thing with music. Whenever a bad show and thing, it's something that can really take a toll. Unless you just look upon it and say, well, you might have a bad show, yeah, man. Me deal with it better next time, and you just shake yourself out of it. You can do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes sometime it not work that way. The worst if you know say prepare from long time. Yeah, prepare from long time, and in your sleep you can nail it, and you have a million things you can play around whatever it is that would be happening in the song, and then when you reach by the stage, it's like nothing that makes sense. Yeah, them thing they take a toll, but you have to just try to lift yourself out of it, put yourself around persons who will help you get your mind away from that and stuff like that. And yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, man. Well said. We have just a few more questions left in this interview. Let's take two more from the chat, and that will be it. There was a question from Gawain. He was asking you, how long did it take to get to the level that you are at now?
Well, it took. years. Like I wasn't the best way I can put it is like I was using with a virgin a couple years back, and when you're working, it's like you hold your head down at your work, but you never really stop to look at to check the mileage. But you know, you really now watch your time, but yeah, watch your time and you try your best to do what you need to do to achieve a particular goal. And sometimes you would reach the goal and even move beyond the goal and achieve something greater. So it's something that it take a long while still, and you really have to be patient because this journey is not one. It's really not easy, you know, and it really not nice. It's nice when you reach your goal, but it's fun if you know how to make it fun. But like the frustration come with it at times. It can really take a toll on the mental, you know. So and then to balance life with whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish musically. Sometimes that can take a toll by and it can make you move at a slower pace, you know. And how you compartmentalize whatever issue you have in music, outside of music, and all them things, it can make the journey twice as hard if you don't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? Depending on whatever it is you're going through at the moment. So some will take time, but what keeps me going is that I genuinely love music for true. So I not do it because me I try to prove a point to somebody. That's not the core reason, you know. Me genuinely have a love for music. So if it come, if it boil along to alright, me I gotta take a break and work on certain other things, and then if it comes with me being left behind in a certain era and whatever it is, and me naturally gonna feel away, but at the same time, because me love what me do and I really want to put my best foot forward at all times, then we really just have to be patient with myself in order to achieve the goal that I would want to achieve.
Awesome. Final question from a chat. How long have you been a member of the I Worship team? And what has the experience been like for you?
So I've been a part of Island Worship for about 7 years. Yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 7, 8 years thereabout. And the experience, as overall, it's been great because I've grown so much. I'm grateful for everybody in the band, you know, old members, new members, you know, like Island Worship is like family still. Um, the level of care that we get not just in music but in our individual lives. Everybody know me as a person that would work in different band, and when you work in different band, then you really learn to appreciate certain band. It's just facts. So if in one band, in Island Worship band now, like when we go on tour, when Jeremy, when we travel in Natal, Jeremy, or even Jamaica, once we do any show, like Jeremy ensures we get the best of whatever it is. And then at times when I work in different group, the treatment when we get something as simple as coming from a show in the night. You have some persons in the past, once them drop me at my gate, I'm come out of the car, them drive off. The manager just drive off. That's it. And sometimes I talk about reaching 1, 2 o'clock, where a man can drive on the corner, wait for the vehicle drive off, so them can tackle me, rush me and rob me. Probably have to jump over my gate or something. Something as simple as that. Like musicians need to look at when you decide to go work with a band. You know what I mean? When I work with in Island Worship, something as simple as, reach at the gate, man, I'm gonna wait until you reach in and go through your gate and all them things. Yeah, man, trust me, something as simple as that, ensuring that you get the right amount of pay more than give you one line, one long reason and money short and while in island worship, Jeremy I make sure I say whoever our manager ensure say we get what we're supposed to get, refreshment, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Check out how you're doing in your individual life. You put them things together, you work on this, I do that. Yeah, so it's been a great experience. You
Mm.
know, you really want you don't want to depending on what your goal is still, but peace of mind should also be a part of it. So working with a set of persons who have certain interests at heart is very much key. You know, because when you come off the stage, you know, if you need certain things, you'd want to know that you are among a set of persons who can assist you in certain ways. You know, me and man, I can help you in certain things, but you have another man in the group that can help you with certain things, and just so you go. Everybody played their part. So working with island worship, yeah, man, one of the best
Yeah,
thing
man.
ever happened to me.
Well said. Well said. Well said, Carlton. All right. We are wrapping up. So, Carlton, what would you say to any young bass player who is just emerging on the scene? How would you encourage them?
Hmm. How would I encourage them? Why them want that thing we can't say. um, One thing I will say is try to spread yourself as much as I can and learn as much as I can because with 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 each camp you would go in, everybody has something to offer, and there are certain things that you might not learn being in one camp that you will learn in another camp. You know, and I was reasoning with a Bridget again today, and I was saying to him that basically everybody journey different, and there are certain. I think you should also learn to work with persons where they are on your level or not. You know, because yeah, you can be so comfortable working with someone, a team of people where everybody are fire. Yeah, man, the baddest band that and all them things about. Yet still, when you've worked with that band for so long and then you are taking from that band to work with a set of persons who are not necessarily on your level or stuff like that, that you would require you to it would require you to nurture them a certain way because you are always in a setting where you are comfortable with everybody because everybody know for doing all them thing there. The moment you are taken from that environment, it's like a cripple. So you need to learn to work with different set persons. Spend time, yes, with persons who are way above a level, but also spend time with persons who are not so good where as to where you are. You know what I mean? So it what it teach you balance and humility. True.
Mhm. Well
There are certain
said.
things there are certain things you will learn from persons who they are not as good as you, and then certain things you won't learn from persons who are above you or the same level and all that thing there. Trust me, you might not see it now, but I thought I'm there night long time. And a long time still, but just pay attention to them things. That's something where it gives a whole different perspective over time. Try for balance, because also someone is teaching you, you should be teaching someone else. So that's how we keep the chain going, and it will build another aspect of your life that you might be neglecting, you know. But if a big opportunity come and then you don't get to work with the squad we always want to work with, and say if once other squad that it I got to pull out, it I just make your mouth out a certain way and just yeah man, say it I got bring out the best. But when they pick the side we're supposed to work with, and then what if God say really and truly your opportunity, but who the other persons in the squad, they aren't persons that you won't like. I'm not hating thing, but you wouldn't want to do the show with those sort of person, but I them I get to work with. Yeah, go
Right.
because of that, making I do it rather than you trying to figure out how can you get the team to work together to meet the end goal. So yeah, man. So it's good when you stretch yourself, work with different stuff, musicians, different stuff, people. It helps, and wherever you see where you can lift up someone's talent or stuff like that, you do it, and you know, yeah,
Definitely, definitely. Well said, bro. All right.
yeah, man.
Carlton, I can't allow you to leave without getting some contacts from you. I am going to ask you just to share your contacts so persons can reach you.
Okay, persons can find me on Instagram. That's the best place to get me right now. Carlton _base_ed on Instagram. Facebook as well, but mainly Instagram. Can definitely find me there.
Carlton Jarrett,
Yeah, bro.
enough respect, sir.
Yeah, man. Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
boy.
Yeah, man. I'm really, bro. I must say that I'm really thankful to God for you, brother, man. Tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Much respect to Music Hack, and I really wish you guys the best. You know what I mean? I hope that this will grow into something way greater and bigger than you. No matter how far you see it, I really hope it go far beyond that. That
Right.
really and truly, that's how you really know. Say you had something like you gave birth to something massive when it's really bigger than you.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So really hope it. So in the future, if it's a case where you decide to give it up or whatever it is, to the extent to which it would have grown, and say, yo, Jano, Jano, just me know that feeling, so I know me I tell you say.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, brother, bless up yourself and give thanks to the persons who took the time out to. I'm sorry, so I can't see everybody. I
Right.
think he did tell me like pitch it in the about to him did send me a video, I mean know I'm supposed to check it as you call him name.
Yeah, man.
I know.
All right. Let me go through the names real fast. Some persons probably dropped off. We have Foga, Jonathan Foga, Delroy White, Nicholas Marks, Daniel Rowe, Jay Keezy. I hope I pronounced that right. Um, of course, Bindi Benjamin, Marlon Campbell, Singer Blinger David. Fancy drums here for you to support your
Uh,
car. Carly V.
yeah man, big up my brother
Yeah,
Fancy.
man. Kisan Cooper, Gregory Young,
Big
Ronaldo
brother Greg.
Burke. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Greg. Right? Jaquan Beats, Gawain Darby,
Yeah man, big up.
Royalty Drums, David Carter, Jerome, J. Keys Finley, Andrew Scott, Tariq Foster, and Andred Bowen. Those are the guys who were with us today. I would like to say a sincere thanks to these guys for tuning in. I know we'd have had more persons, but it's just because of the short notice.
Yeah.
But Carlton, this is not the last time that you will be here. I'll always tell you that. I know you'll be here
Yeah
for
man,
a
yeah man.
different purpose. All right, but this is just a start. I think there was a little bit
Definitely.
of unsurety with where persons should go. The music acts we'll be trying to do this at least twice per week. We'll have a live stream and then we'll have the Zoom show. All right, I will definitely work out that with you guys as time goes by. All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
Carlton, on the behalf of the Music Hacks Network, I would like to say thank you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk with us this afternoon.
Yeah, man.
It was a
Pleasure, pleasure.
pleasure. It was a pleasure. All right. I
Yeah,
am
man.
going to ask you to play us a song while we go. All right. And so, viewers and subscribers, if you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel as yet, I am making an appeal for you to go and hit that like icon. Make sure you subscribe, right? Leave a comment in the comment section. And most important, hit that notification bell, because if you hit it, you will never miss a video from the Music Hacks Network. And whenever we go live, you will get that notification. All right, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. See you at another time.